Hello, everyone. Welcome to NHPO RGV podcast. Today, we have an amazing guest. We have ASAPPS Solutions, and we are here with.
Sean O'Connor.
And Starla O'Connor.
And we also have our chairman.
Omar Guevara.
Thank you for being here. We want to know, what is ASAPPS Printing Solutions? Can you tell us the story behind it?
Sure, no, definitely. So, yeah, how far do you want me to go back? It's
whatever you're gonna go.
It's really been a journey. It really has. We're a second generation family owned company. My father had started it back in 1996, and really just started it off from an idea, selling really merchant services. That's what his thing was. He was selling merchant services, but also did promotional products. However, in the 90s, late 90s, I actually had this really cool Wagoneer. It's a Grand Wagoneer. And I was super excited about it because I'd already named it Woody. This thing was a town and country edition. I was so excited about it. I was in high school and I was going to have big plans for this thing. But lo and behold, he ended up selling it. He ended up buying and trading it for an offset press. And it was something I was really upset about. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, a teenager.
You're like, Woody.
Yeah, it was awful. I was devastated. But really, what was kind of, I guess, a fruition of what's happened now is we actually to this day still have that same offset press. And it was in high school that he kind of had me dabble in and learn some of the design, learn some of the software and things like that. This was all before YouTube was out or being able to learn. I was having to learn these programs with PDFs and actually looking at manuals on how to operate this software. And it was neat. It was cool. But working for a family business, you don't get paid with family. Like it's one of those things that it was a little bumming when I was, like I said, in high school. So
It happens.
it does. It really does. But it really wasn't until college. Like college, it was a lot of college was fun, but college was also one of those times that I was able to be able to learn a little bit more about the industries, what's out there, what's available. I went to Texas State, San Antonio. I was here at UTRGV for a little while also. So I kind of hopped around as far as for my education. But it was international marketing that really kind of gave me that next push and to study all these things. So in 2004, a year before I graduated, I talked to my dad. And I was just called him up and Pops, hey, I'm doing this research project. I've got several projects that I got to do for all these different classes, and a lot of it was research, demographics, a whole mix of everything. And I did the research on his company. I did the research on the industry. I did research on the demographics here in the region, and it was astonishing, especially talking to my professors at the time, because mind you, this is in 2004. This is before a lot of things really started blowing up. Social media. We're talking about, a whole lot of things. And it was just crazy how things were rising. How the Rio Grande Valley was just blowing up already. I mean, there was so much going on already. Things were being built constantly. Every couple of months, something else was already up and going.
Yeah,
And
because
so,
it has been growing so fast.
it's not, one year after another. Look at what we have now. It's crazy. So really, to make a long story short, I talked to him. I asked him, Pops, hey, would you mind if after I graduated, I come back in and really help out with the business? I love to be able to come back in and be able to just, see what I can do to help you out, try and see what I can do for the next couple of years and really try to make this thing get off the ground, because he wanted to leave it to somebody. He wanted somebody to be able to take on and run the reins with this thing. And he said, Mijo, look, you come in here, I'll sell it to you for $1. You come in and this business is yours. You come in, you can run the thing. And I was like, all right.
Let's go for it.
I had no idea what I was getting into. At 24 years old, no idea what I was getting into as far as even running a business or anything along those lines. But it was exciting. It really was.
I bet.
So it's been an interesting journey since then. And the thing is that what really kind of grabbed my passion was wasn't so much the whole demographics and doing the research on it. What really grabbed my attention towards this business was I was coming back from school, and this was just kind of on holiday. We were coming out, and so I had a couple buddies from college, and we're driving down, and you know what? Right when you hit that first palm tree, outside of San Manuel. You already know you're in the valley at that point.
Yes.
So we're driving down, and I see this big trailer. It's this huge box truck. And rewind a little bit before that, my dad had me make this logo, on-time delivery service. No idea what I was doing. Okay, clock here, made the logo, just drafted something up real quick. And lo and behold, I see that trailer, and I see the logo I created. And I was psyched. I was hooked. I mean, it was just a whole different high. I was, wow, this is so awesome.
What?
I was
Taking
like,
your
guys, check
phone.
this out. Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Take a
guys, I made this
picture.
logo. I'm like, check this out. And my buddies were just like, no, you didn't. You're full. You're just, no. I was like, let's stop by the shop. Let's go by. And that's when, just before I had that other major conversation with my dad, he was like, oh, not only that. I was like, we made more than that. We made the invoices. We made the business cards. We made this. We made the shirts. He started pulling everything out, and I was as excited as I am right now. It was just super cool. It's just one of those things
saw
that
the impact on the
exactly.
business, you know?
The client loved it. I mean, they were so excited about it. You see these things that you see out in the community now, and you see there's things that we've seen on the front page of the newspaper, and it doesn't say made by ASAP Printing. I mean, we see it, and I'm like, we did that. And it's awesome.
Yeah,
it really is.
excitement.
It is.
And I also know that ASAP is really involved in the community. For how long have you been involved with NHPO RGV?
So, right out of college, I joined the Chamber of Commerce. That was the first thing I did. I was like, Dad, we need to really market and get ourselves out there. But one of the things in marketing was also putting yourself out there, networking. And so I had met oh my goodness, Daniel Montano at a chamber event, and Julian as well too. And they were telling us about NHPO and what the organization is about. And it was just around those roundtables. And it was in 2006 that I ended up joining and jumping on and actually being a part of the organization.
Wow.
And so it was really neat because I had no idea really coming out here, especially right out of school, you're not in front of really business individuals. You're not in front of those decision makers. A lot of my buddies were in college. So a lot of them were still just, okay, high school friends or anything like that. It was like, I need to be able to get out there and be able to get to those individuals that are making the decisions. Yeah. And so going out there for my first networking mixer, it was really neat because I was just a kid that had business cards and ready just to pass out and try to market the business and get ourselves out there.
Exciting, right?
It was, but it was neat because it opened my eyes to other things that were out there. I was able to see other like-minded individuals, people that were going through the same either problems or excitements, the highs and the lows of what we're going through as far as businesses go, and being able to discuss other industries and talk to them and to be able to learn and meet about them as well too, and just be able to talk and watch them grow, watch their families grow,
connect with them, right?
Absolutely.
Building the relation. And how has NHPO impacted your business?
You want to take that one?
I would say most of all just by building the relationships that we've through NHPO.
It is. It's been those relationships that has impacted me and being involved with not only community. I mean, being able to. NHPO was my first board that I ever served on. Like I was a recreation chair in like 2007, and it was fun because they wanted to set up the picnics. We set up a softball team, but it was having those events and that responsibility as a chairperson at the time, but gave me that ability to be able to be comfortable amongst the board and being able to learn those rules of how to conduct those meetings, and being a part of that really pushed me into the other things that I'm doing now in the community. I mean, we started a nonprofit. We're some of the founders of Secret Santa Society that we found in 2014.
It was actually 2009, but it wasn't 501c3 until 2014.
And then being a part of Habitat for Humanity, joining the board for that as well too. And so it's really segued me into a lot of other different aspects of the community that have really just been fun. It's it kind of stems back from church. It takes a village to raise a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing as a community to be able to.
Yeah, they make you grow personally.
Exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. And so it's been really fun. It's been rewarding, and it's been a humbling experience. To say
That's
the least.
awesome. I know that you guys have been friends, right, for many years.
Well, friends, yeah, definitely, and through NHPO, but on the professional side, always being able to run to ASAP and to be able to just send an email and say, hey, I need this, I need that. And to me, that's what makes it easy. There's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of printing companies, but it's like Starla said, it's about the relationships that are built. And so that trust and that confidence, knowing that I'm dealing with a professional, but more importantly, I'm dealing with a friend that I can count on. And they truly live up to their name. ASAP gets it done as quickly as
ASAP.
possible. And there's times in our business and in my business when I need it now, and I'll shoot an email. And I know I'm supposed to shoot it to all of his sales staff, but I always include them because to me it's important that he as an owner know how good his staff is, and I know I'm going to get his personal attention. And even when I built the Radisson, the last hotel, Sean was right there and always helping me, and we got things done that nobody else could have done for me. And he personally went out there and walked, and he was measuring doors, and he was making sure things were done right. So that's the value of those relationships, whether it's created through NHPO or through any other organization. That's what brings value. And when he wasn't there, I knew I could email Starla, I could reach out to Starla. Back when they had the store over on 23rd, I'd walk right in and say, hey, I need this, I need that. And if Sean wasn't there, Starla would come out of the back because she'd hear my voice. So to get that kind of professional, friendly service is unequal. And nobody does it like ASAP does.
That's awesome. The customer
Thank
service is the best. And it's the reason why they come back.
Mm-hmm.
I also know that NHPO goes to ASAP, right?
Yep. They help us a lot as being a corporate sponsor for years and years and years, from business cards to our board shirts to our banners. And every time we call Sean, it's like, yes. Before we even ask, yes. If it's for NHPO, it's yes. So again, making things easier we're all so busy nowadays. So to be able to almost understand what we're needing before we even say it, that saves us so much time. And that's the strength of the relationship created with NHPO and ASAP.
Yeah, it's priceless. And also, guys, I heard that you have a new location and you're hosting our networking, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that new location?
So our new location is at 2012 Orchid Avenue. It's catty corner to Imus Museum, right across the street from Simon Says. And it's better than we could have ever dreamed of. I mean, we couldn't have asked for anything better than that. Before we were located on South 23rd Street, which it's funny that our families grew up in that area. So our grandparents actually knew each other. And so we had our roots there and we were happy there. But then when the hurricane came and hit us in 2020, we were forced to move out. So,
and it was a location, it was a legacy out there at 310 South 23rd. It was, my grandfather was out there, and I remember growing up out there at that building. So there was a whole lot of history.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was. Over 30 years, and having to move out in 2020 to this new location now, it's like Starla said, never better than ever. It's bigger, it's cleaner, it is just so much more spacious and
better parking.
way better parking.
Yeah.
We listened. Everybody complained about that parking over there. We got better parking. So it really has been a treat. It's been a blessing in disguise.
I
And
bet.
we're just excited just to share and have people come in. Starla knows I always love giving tours. I mean, to me, it's just always fascinating
Yes.
going out there and showing how things are done and just to be able to learn the process. But it's a great location. It really is exciting.
A couple of weeks ago when I went and you toured me, you felt like a little boy. You were so proud. And having seen your old building, and yes, it was, we knew we were going to get service and we knew we were going to get quality. But as I told you during the tour, the roof was low. It was a little dark. But it was Sean, so we knew there was value there. And then when you gave me the tour of the new place, I mean, you were so proud and so happy. And it is an amazing building. And I think you're going to be unstoppable now, because now you're backed up by, you had history on 23rd, and we understand that. But this is the type of building you deserve. This is the kind of feel that you give out with your company and the way you handle things and the service that you give out. Your staff has always been amazing. Now your staff is in an amazing place. So I think that marriage with that building, and it's beautiful to us to have seen. We were all hurt. We knew what had happened during the hurricane. We knew the roof had gone off and the tragedy that you went through. But now to see you in this building and see your family so incredibly happy and successful, I mean, it makes us so proud. First of all, as members, but more importantly, as friends, to see your family moving forward and growing this company and what you guys have done. And the legacy now you're setting up, as you talked about your grandfather, now you're doing this for your daughters, so it's just beautiful to see that. And I'm so proud of the things you have done. And I have to give credit to Starla because, and I have, since I work with my wife, I know the importance of having your wife there. And to see Starla there, and for you, I know as the main owner, and to have Starla right there with you has been amazing, because when you're not there, okay, we can reach out to Starla and we know it's going to get done. So kudos to you, Starla, on being his right hand, and the marriage and the strength that you guys have really, really shows in your business. And it's so wonderful to see locally owned, successful businesses. And that's been through the legacy of your grandparents and your father, but to you have taken that on, Sean, is amazing. And what you guys have done together as a couple and as a family, just congratulations to you. Head over heels. It's amazing. And it's so beautiful to see
You're
that.
going to make me cry.
Behind every successful man, there's an amazing woman.
Absolutely. I mean, she's my rock. She's my my other half, my yin, my yang. I mean, we're a partnership. And when she told me she wanted to come on board, I was just like,
Really?
really?
Well, when we got married, I had no intentions to come on board. Yeah. But then after the birth of our first daughter, I just wanted to be with family more, so spend more time with my family. So I said, Sean, let me work for you. And he's like, what are you going to do? And I said, I'll do bookkeeping. I'll do something that you need me to do, because he had so many hats on at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was designing, production. I was in back, marketing. I mean, I was all over the place.
But
HR.
it's good, because when you were giving me the tour, also I felt that you love your team. You were like, this is this is that, the graphic designer, the guys in the back. Like everyone is a team. It comes together. It's not just you guys. You come all together, and that's awesome to have that work environment. Makes it flow easier.
And you say team. I mean, that's exactly the way we look at it. I dislike the word employees or anything like that. To me, it's a camaraderie. It's a family. We're a team. We all work together. We're one team to move into one direction, and as long as everybody's moving in that direction, it has the same gusto or same feel of what we're doing. It makes it really, really well.
And that mentality opens doors,
It does.
And again, a lot of your success, and this, has come from what you've done in the community, whether it's through Secret Santa or Habitat. I know it's not just NHPO, as many of us are involved in different things, but everywhere that you've gone, you've brought success. Secret Santa, well, look how it's grown, and look at the things it does in the community. It's real and it's local. What you've done at Habitat, real and local. So all those things, when Sean is at the table, there's value to them. And it's incredibly important that folks like yourself, families like yourself, continue those legacies of a business, but also continue the legacies of these nonprofits and how we can make our community better. And you guys are one of those couples that's been doing it for years. And so I commend you on your efforts and everything that you've done. And I pray that you continue to do it and you continue to be successful with your endeavors and those nonprofits that you help so much in the community.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
And guys, I want to ask you, when the pandemic hit, was it hard for ASAP Printing Solutions?
Yes, it was very hard. It was on another level. I mean, we almost threw in the towel a couple of times. And
what made you guys pass through it?
Well, I mean, as soon as we ended up finding out, I mean, we had a bunch of big projects already lined up. Spring break was already ready to go. We had all these things that in 2019, right before the pandemic. So in 19, we were already making plans. We already invested in IT stuff. We had invested in a bunch of other things there at the office. And it was already at the beginning of 2020 that we're like, you know what, let's maybe start looking at another building. We wanted to take advantage of a grant and spruce up the building, but it wasn't going to work out in our favor for that. And so we already started looking at that stuff. And then in March, when that ended up happening, it was eye-opening because we already saw game shut down. We saw everything go Southwest by Southwest already shut down. And it was nerve-wracking because we're trying to figure out, I was like, what are we going to do? What's going to happen? We had just finished our biggest year in 19. I'm like, what's going to happen? And we ended up going through the pandemic. We found all the stuff that was going on, and they said everybody shut down. Everybody was closing down. And first thing I did that night was look at the rules. What's going on with this thing that they passed out? And I found a little thing in there that said essential businesses, that if you're a government entity or you actually are a arm of a government entity, like a vendor for them, boom, 24 hours, we're back up and going again. We found that niche. We found where we're at. We know who we're working with as far as with the counties and the cities and everything else. So we're able to go ahead and keep everybody there at the office, keep them employed. We found grants. We found anything that we could be able to get a hold of. We took advantage of the PPP stuff in the way that we could, as far as to be able to keep our team employed. But we
had
adapted.
Survived. We adapted, and we had survived those few months with the pandemic. But it wasn't until the hurricane came.
Wow.
We were able to send designers to the house. Since we had invested into the IT stuff, they were able to work remotely. So that was our blessing in disguise at the beginning part of it, because we had already made that investment. We didn't have to actually go out there and buying all that computer equipment, the remote softwares to be able to get ourselves in there.
Because also everything was back order and everything, right?
Everything was. Absolutely. And so the fact that we were able to get that done, they were able to answer phones there from the house. It was neat. Sorry about that.
It's good.
But it was neat, and we were able to adapt. We were able to push forward. We closed the gap, and during the summer, like by June, July, we were already closing that gap of what we had lost, and really being able to build right back up to where we were able to at least plateau and just be able to break even at that point.
It's awesome just to hear the perspective that you have, like even though bad things were happening, you guys keep pushing and seeing the good things, like you said.
Starla tells me, to me, it's fun. To me,
it's different than my fun.
Your definition of fun, not the same.
You gotta have fun. I mean, there's wherever there's a challenge that presents, it's a matter of how you're gonna overcome that challenge.
Exactly.
It's there. It's in front of you. Well, what do? Do you either just step back, be a victim, or
cry?
Do you go in there? Yeah, I mean, you want to sit down and cry about it? Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, fine if you need to, but get into it. I mean, you gotta hit it. You gotta hit it head first and think how you're gonna approach it. And that's really where Starla and I come together. I mean, she's able to sit down, and we don't like to talk about work at home. I mean, we'd like to really just try to separate where we can. And that's been a huge thing as well too, as far as with the way that we work with each other. But there was that time where it was like we're at home, and we were at home all the time. I mean, it was literally 24/7 for that whole entire period.
Right. Yeah. And we also had our girls homeschool for a little bit too, so that was very difficult.
That was challenging.
Now that
was challenging.
And guys, I want you to tell me about this networking. I know that you guys are gonna be hosting this month networking, but it's not a regular networking, right? We're gonna have a toy drive, and what I love about NHPO is that it also works with other nonprofits. We're gonna be collecting toys for Secret Santa, right?
Society. Yes, so we'll have a toy drive that's gonna be out there. So it's they're bringing an unwrapped gift. As a matter of fact, I just got a call from one of our other members that brought in 3 bikes for the event as well too. So it's really humbling to see other community members just coming in and being able to come out there. But we wanted to showcase the building. We wanted to be able to have that same networking that we're able to really be able to enjoy and discuss everything and anything about what's going on, but to also be able to bring those gifts for Secret Santa Society. We're looking as far as with those gifts and helping out other communities and other nonprofits as well too that that don't have that same exposure as what we've been able to build with Secret Santa Society.
That's
And
awesome.
so it's exciting. It really
Exciting. And I heard that you're going to have tamales, right?
is. We are going to have Delia's tamales. We're going to be out there.
I love it.
Good spirits too.
Yes, absolutely. But it's going to be a brisk day, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be
fun.
neat. And we'll be giving private tours out there. I want to, like I said, to be able to showcase and
I already see Sean.
You know-
all excited giving the tour.
You say the word showcase, it's called show off, and you should. And you should show it off because it is an amazing building. But again, you know, it comes back, and that relationship we've had with Secret Santa over the years has just been amazing. And the fact that you guys collect those toys and then they stay in our community, that's the value of it. And you just mentioned, you know, how ASAP prints for folks in Austin and prints for you're not just printing in McAllen, you're not just providing services in our community, but you're a big company. And then to realize that there is a need in our local community, and what you do through Secret Santa Society just brings so much value again to ASAP, to your organization of Secret Santa, that is just amazing. And we see it. We've seen it over the years when those toys get delivered, and we see the pictures and how happy those children are. So again, congratulations on what an amazing organization. And I know Jerry and I always look forward to the barbecue and the chickens, and we hope, you know, next year we get back on track with that, because I know that's a big fundraiser for you. But congratulations.
we also have the rapping event coming up too.
Yeah, you'll be doing the rapping.
December 10th.
So December 10th at St. Paul
Yes,
Lutheran
at-
Church,
I believe it starts at 9.
9:00.
Yes.
And so we'll have 10 schools that are going to be out there.
Nice.
This time around, we're able to do all the schools all at once. It's
In the
a
gym.
Nice.
It's a
wild.
lot of fun.
Yeah,
It
It
really
was a lot
is.
of
You
fun.
see wrapping paper all over the place. You see elves out there. I mean, Santa's out there. I mean, it's a whole mix of all these schools that are there. But it is it is just nonstop that whole day. And it's, the shopping before that is so much fun too. These teachers are so excited to be able to get those gifts and be able to get those students exactly what they're asking for.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I bet.
a lot of fun.
We're really excited and looking forward for this networking that we have on Thursday, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much, guys, for being here, for
thank
being
you.
here with
Thank you.
us. Thank you, Chairman, for being here with us
Thank you.
also.
Always.
Anything you would like to add?
You know, again, congratulations. And I've said it, you know, there's not enough words to say what a wonderful couple you are. And we're so glad to have you, again, involved with an HPO, but know that the friendship is always there. And to see your girls out with you guys and to see your family, you guys are just amazing citizens in our community. And to see Diana and see your extended family, and well, you guys are so close. And that's the beauty of our community, that we can stay close with family and still be incredibly successful, and then be able to share in the nonprofits and the things we do in our community. So kudos to you guys. What an exemplary couple you are, and congratulations. And I hope in 5-10 years you'll have to look for a bigger place, because I think that's how you're going to grow. So congratulations, Sean, on Aaron Starla, on everything you guys have done. What an amazing family.
Thank you.
And I just want to say thank you, because without the support of the community, we wouldn't be where we're at right now.
It is true. It is true. I mean, between us being close for that time, almost 22 months more or less, it was the community that really pulled us through. This was a big, huge team effort, and it was humbling to see everybody coming together and being able to still show that support, even though we're at that point in our lives with the business, and really being able to keep us going, keeping the lights on.
And Omar, you motivated us a lot too.
You did. You really did.
No one can do what you guys did. And you know, I always tell people, and you hear me at events and stuff, you know, to personally be involved with ASAP and everything you've done for all the hotels that I've worked at and around. There hasn't been a single hotel where I haven't used ASAP. And again, that level of professionalism, and to be working with a friend. So you have that level of professionalism, but yet you have the understanding that you're working with a friend. That's not common in business. It's real hard to mix the two. And I think ASAP, at least with me and Sean and Starla, have done that so incredibly well, that we're able to communicate and get things done. And, you know, and I'll share something with you, Sean. We were the first Radisson to ever have the dusted sign that you put the logos on. So now it is a brand standard for every Radisson to have that, you know. And so things start here, and they started with you, you know, and you did so many things for us at the hotel that your mark is everywhere. And like I said, I hope in 5-10 years, you have to look for a bigger building.
Thank you. You're a trendsetter too.
Thank you so much, guys, for
Thank
being
you.
here
Appreciate it.
and share your story with us.
Absolutely.
And we're so excited for Thursday. I know it's gonna be an amazing networking, and we're gonna everybody's gonna love your building. I'm pretty sure about that.
Time to show off.
Time to show
Not showcase, show off. It's okay.
Thank you, everyone. This was NHPO RGV podcast.